Good morning, everyone. Look at this. This is a journal. It's Happy Mail from Margie, from Margie's Crafty Corner. I'm really late making this video, Margie, and I'm sorry, but lots going on. But this, let me see. Look at this. This is to tie it shut. I'll show you a little bit of inside. It's really, really neat. Look, a page with a chicken on it. This has chicken stuff, rooster stuff. Let's see, another chicken page. I love it, and these pages look so antique. Another one. When I emailed her to thank her, I told her it's too pretty to write in, but I'm going to. Look at that. I love it. Thank you, Margie. And again, I'm sorry it took so long to do this video. This was wonderful Happy Mail. All Happy Mail is wonderful. It has cows. I've always wanted a cow. Now I have cows. Thank you, and I'm gonna use it. I think on Tuesdays, Margie does I'm not sure. Let me wipe my glasses. I'm not sure if it's a tutorial, but it is a video where she shows her making some journals, and excuse me. I watched last Tuesday, and boy, a lot of work goes into those. It was very interesting to watch how she was working on that one last week. This is just great. And it's another hot day. I think yesterday it got up to 106 was the actual temperature, and with the heat index 111. I'm doing a little bit better as far as the loss of my little silky hen. I mean, it's still upsetting, and I get, I still get teary-eyed when I go out there to tend to her sister. And oh, by the way, I'm down here in Garland. There's Mardell Christian bookstore there, and Hobby Lobby, and Big Lots, and Aaron's. I'm not going into any of those stores. I came down here to Garland to the feed store to get a bag of hay and straw mix. I don't think I can show you. No, can't reach it. But it's a big black garbage bag full of it's mixed, straw and hay. It's only $4.95. I needed it because hopefully this evening, when it cools down a little, I'll do some cleaning in that chicken coop, and I need to put down new bedding. I didn't have a chance Saturday to do it, and that's when I lost my hen. I was not up to it. Plus, I want to put this straw and hay mix in that dog kennel from my other Silky. What I did over the weekend was, Saturday, both of them ran around in my yard, and they loved it. And then at night, I've been putting my other Silky up in the nesting box, and she's been laying eggs. She will not lay an egg in that dog kennel, and I think it's because there's no hay or straw in there. So I hate for her to hold that egg all day, and then once she gets him in that nesting box, during the night sometimes she lays an egg or 2 eggs, because this morning there was 2 eggs. And I know that they're hers, because she lays, my 2 Silkies, both would lay little white eggs or some like an olive colored green, and they're small like golf balls. So she seems to be doing well. I don't know how they carry on when they lose a sibling. They're made so different than us. I don't even know if they realize that they're siblings. But it's never easy when I lose one of them. I love them so much, and I spend a lot of time with them, and I just don't know. I know that a rooster didn't get her. I'm 100% sure that it was the heat, even though I tried my best to keep them cool. Always changing that water and putting an ice bottle in it, and I gave both of my silkies another nice cool water bath that day, Saturday. And she just sat in that little plastic container and let me pet her, and I would cup, with my hands, I would cup the cool water and let it run over her, and she would just sit there and look at me, both of them. The one that passed away is the one that was in one of my videos. I showed her in that plastic yellow tub with the cool water. Most of her feathers, or a lot more of her feathers, were growing back faster than this other one. So that's the one that passed away. Tomorrow morning early is my cardiologist appointment, which will be good to go get checked out, because yesterday afternoon I had some issues. I did make it to church last night, but I just really did not feel well. And early this morning, my heart was fluttering for some reason, so we'll see. And it is confirmed that appointment is covered with the Aetna. I mentioned it in a video that the patient outreach worker from Baylor did a conference call and called over there with me on the line and went through the whole thing, and it has been confirmed that appointment's covered with the insurance. So still dealing with Aetna, and hopefully by the end of the month or beginning of next, I'll be out of their grip. God being my helper. I do want to say, on my community page, I finally did put a wish list. Several of you had asked me if I had one with Amazon, and I don't. And then someone else suggested that I just post it on my community page, and that was a couple months ago. And I never did it, but the other day I did. There's only about 4 things there, because I may just take it down, only because I don't know how to say it. Well, when other people have wish lists, I never feel like, oh, that person is begging. Why can't that person put back money? I never feel that way. I feel like, hey, there's such a thing, has a wish list. These are things that people, are wanting, and maybe they are putting back money for it, but it's not easy to put back money. And then something else comes up, like, well, if I had a house and I needed to get a refrigerator, but I had some money put back for something on my wish list, I'm sure going to take that money and put it towards a refrigerator and forget about books or whatever's on my wish list. So we never know if someone is putting back money and then something major comes up. So I never think badly towards anyone that has a wish list. But me personally, when I put it up there, a little while later, I thought, is this going to come across to people that I'm, begging, or I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it for me. I'm just speaking about for me. So I don't know. I have one book on there, and I know somewhere else I had written down on a piece of paper a couple other books that I had saw in a store but were really pricey. And I thought, well, I'll just one day look these up on, thrift books or something. I'm not too proud to have secondhand books, that's for sure. I don't mind if the pages are dog-eared and things are underlined and notes are written. None of that bothers me. I just have a problem with things coming from a place where people smoke. I'm so allergic to cigarette smoke and cigar smoke and pipe smoke and smoke that I get an awful coughing fit to where I lose my voice, and all that coughing is not good on my spinal cord. So that's my only problem. But I have in the past got books from online that were used, and they didn't ever have a problem with smell, So I'm on the fence about whether I should keep my wish list and put a couple more things on it, or just take it down, because, hey, it's not for everybody, On the other hand, there are people that want to and are able to bless other people, and so you don't want anyone to feel bad either way. If someone is wanting to bless someone and they're able to, Bible says it's more blessed to give than to receive. So you don't want anyone to feel bad either way. I don't know. I could be overthinking it. Sometimes there's little things that I overthink, and this could be one of them. And plus, I still have my little silky hen on my mind, which interferes with my thinking, I think. Just like I had thought last week, maybe I'll quit doing these little shorts of something every day till 2K. But then a couple people put in comments that they're enjoying them. So, they don't take any time to do, and they're just the various things that I'm sharing around me, going on around me. And so I'll probably just keep on. But some days I think maybe just knock that off. Maybe just take that wish list off. I don't know. I don't know if you have a Big Lots near you, but back home, I remember when Big Lots first opened, and also Job Lots. And they used to really have some good stuff. In fact, back home, our Big Lots carried yarn at a very reasonable price, even cheaper than Ollie's down here. Back home, we didn't have an Ollie's. I don't know if they do now. Now, since I've been in Texas, of course, I've been in this Big Lots, and I've been in another, and I've always walked out with nothing. I think one time I bought one of those spin mops at this Big Lot, because it was a few dollars cheaper than Walmart, and I was here. But and then since then they've changed this Big Lot. I've been in before, a couple years, I guess, before COVID. I went into this one. I have not been in this one since COVID, and they had really changed it around, and it's just not a store for me. I don't know how the one back home is, or even if it's still open. I was going to do something every day till 2K video right before I called you up, in this same parking lot, but behind me, something very interesting. And I can't tell if it's still going on, but when I get done talking with you, I'll see. I did that one the other day when I was driving over, I'm sleepy, excuse me, when I was driving over Lake Ray Hubbard out in Rockwall. That lake is huge. And you know what? The lake in my town, which is called Lake Lavon, even though I don't live in Lavon, it's a really big lake too. The thing is, if I can explain it this way, you got Lake Lavon here, which is huge. And then you have the dam, and then more of Lake Lavon. Now, I've showed you all of this before. And then after Lake Lavon, you have Lake Ray Hubbard, which is bigger, which is bigger. So what they do is, whenever we have a good rain and Lake Lavon gets really full, they'll open up the dam in those doors, and all of the water, it just, I don't know how many gallons per second even, just go flowing through that dam into this part of Lake Lavon that flows into Lake Ray Hubbard. They love to keep Lake Ray Hubbard full. They would drain Lake Lavon to get Lake Ray Hubbard full. They would. Lake Ray Hubbard is bigger. It has more boating. Now, Lake Lavon has a marina. I've showed you the marina, and there's boats that go out there, and people water ski, and in one part people dare to swim. Not me. I wouldn't even dip my foot in that water because there's snakes in there. I've seen the snakes. I've seen them in the water. I've seen them in the trees. Cottonmouth, water moccasin, no. Um, and then Lake Ray Hubbard, it flows into another lake, and then all those lakes flow down South Texas into Mexico. It's very interesting. One time I talked with a ranger who explained it all to me, and he did tell me how many gallons per second come through when the gates are open, and how high the water should be past the dam. I mean, he went into a lot of detail, which I forget now, but I found it interesting. So yeah, I drove over the bridge. I was actually in Rowlett, which is next to Rockwall, and then I went through Rockwall, and I thought, oh, I'm on this bridge showing I can show this lake, and so that's what I did. Oh, excuse me. I did not sleep good, and oh yeah, I have to get dog food. I was just going to tell you something about the dogs, and I remembered the food. Oh, my Sadie and my Monster, they've gotten into this habit now. I guess the last 3 weeks, for some reason. It starts off with Monster. She wants to go out at 4:40. Between 4:38 and 4:40, she'll start making circles on the bed. She'll start walking up to me and licking my face to wake me up. And of course, I get up and outside we go, because she's an older dog and I don't want no accidents on my bed. I don't want no accidents on the floor. Now, if she had an accident on the floor because I'm out somewhere, that's different. But I'm home, and yeah, I'm sleeping, but I will get up and take her out. And they crack me up, because as soon as she goes out and does potty and she runs back in, she jumps up on that bed like she's a puppy, and she's not. And she'll go over to Sadie and wake Sadie up. And then Sadie gets up and she does her little shake. And then she goes to the end of the bed and jumps off the bed and goes to the door. And so then she's got to go out. And I'm thinking, first of all, Monster, why do you wake up Sadie to go do that? If Sadie had to go, she'd wake up on her own. Then my second thought is, Sadie, if you hear that Monster's going out, why don't you just get up and go out at the same time? Nope. You know, Chihuahuas, which is Sadie, and Maltese, which is Monster, they're very strong-willed dogs. They run me, but I love them. And I figure, well, you know what? My day's going to start anyway at 5:30, or at least by 6. What's the difference if I'm losing an hour's sleep? But I feel the difference after about 3 weeks of this. Whoops. I'm feeling it. I don't know why she's starting to do that. Oh, some birds flying by. Well, I guess this is it. It's not very long. 18 minutes. I'm under this nice shade tree here in the parking lot. And I'm gonna let you go. I'm embarrassed that I'm yawning so much. I'll let you go, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you sometime later today. Okay? Thanks again, Margie, for this wonderful journal and all these roosters that are in it, and chickens and barns. Oh, I don't think I showed you this one. Can't see it from Sean. Nice barn. What a wonderful talent. I don't think I could do that. I would like to, I think. I don't know that I could. All right, everyone. I'll talk to you later.